Okay. Okay, so where I was showing how. Okay, what I'm going to do is this. I want to get open the National Security Action page, and I'm going to go to who we are, and I'm going to start to document and make connections with who these creeps are. Okay, we've got over here Ben Rhodes. I go over here, I'll show you that I have Ben Rhodes up here. And you got to keep in mind, he is the brother of this guy over at CBS News. And he, of course, was on the Security Council, and he worked for Barack Obama. Go back over to here. We have Jake Sullivan. And he's a co-chair. And we go back over here, and we put Jake Sullivan. And I haven't added much on him because he was pretty much known to me. But he was part of the 7th floor group. And he goes back to the State Department. And all these people that were part of that group having to do with the emails and Blackberries and the shadow government, pretty much when it was underneath that. So let's go back to, I said, Jake Sullivan. I thought I had more on him, but I don't. So I will see if I have on my other brain what tabs I have about him. Yeah, I have a couple things here. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, so I'm going to copy it over. Oh, shoot. Let me see. Okay. The funny part is trying to do this with, honestly, I just have a bit of ADD and I always get sidetracked by other things that I want to take a look at. So I'm going to see. No one's watching, so at least I don't have to feel so bad about that. Okay. So I go back to, this is the window I was showing. Show what I have on Jake Sullivan. And I'm just going to leave him alone for right now because I want to make sure I get up these other people. Okay. So we have this guy on. He is a big deal. Have him on. He's a big deal. Let's close this. Let's get on the advisory council. Wally Adeyemo. I believe that I have him on already. Yes, I do. Right here, Wally Adeyemo. He was the Deputy National Security Advisor for International Economics in 2015-2017. He's a senior advisor to the Center for Strategic and International Studies, which is basically a think tank that wants to go New World Order. And so then I go back to here. Jamie Barnett. He's a Rear Admiral, retired, and I have added him. So we show Jamie Barnett, who is obviously connected to Wally, and he was with the Pentagon. He's with the team. He's retired Navy, so I make sure that's there. I go back to, okay, Jeremy Bash. Yeah, here's a new one. Let me see if I can, Jeremy Bash. So I see if I have him over here. I think I do. So I type in bash. My fingers don't work so well. I do have it. Jeremy Bash. And interesting, see, he was a director of the CIA. He is included in the 19 missing State Department emails, and he's connected to Philip Reigns somehow. And it's because he had been in both. He is a director of CIA, and he's also connected to Beacon Global Strategies. But I'm not going to do my ADD thing. I am just basically going to add him to the National Security, where is it? National Security Action. And then I clicked down on here, National Security Action, because it was the Advisory Council. I always forget that part. So I'm going to, I already forgot his name. Jeremy Bash. Yeah, lovely. What a CIA. And I decided I wanted to put them to the side. And then we know, because he is on the council, I'm going to connect him to Jamie Barnett. And to Wally Adeyemo. Because of course, if you're on the same council committee advisory thing, you're certainly going to have conversations, aren't you? So let's go back to Jeremy Bash. We have him now as a National Security Action. He's part of the council. And we are now going to look at who we're going to add next. So we have CIA. Oh, and he was the Defense Department. I don't know if I have that there. Let's check that. No, I don't. Defense. DOD is usually what it is. And who was Secretary of Defense at that point? 2011 to 2013. Who does that? No, that's not it. Who does it connect to? Let's do Secretaries of Defense. Boy, I haven't put many over here, have I? So this down here, though, should tell us who it was during 2011, 2013, right? Panetta. Is that who we're looking at? 11 to 13. So that means that Mr. Bash, okay, so he went from 2009, let's take it one at a time. I know, we've already got the defense up. 2011 to 2013. 2011, 2013. Yeah, it would have been Leon Panetta. So I am going to go ahead and put him down here now I have it. He might be Leon. Oh, yep, see, Leon Panetta. He was also with the CIA. See, this is the fun stuff. Okay. So when was he at the CIA? Actors of the CIA. Okay, 2009. Was it? Doesn't show it. Oh, well, look at that. Yep. He was with Mr. Panetta. So sometimes it's a call on whether I put it down here or to the side. Right now I'm going to try it out this way because we know. Okay, Jeremy Bash. We'll go back to him. He was, try to open this up a bit. Jeremy Bash. Was he Chief of Staff? Director of CIA. So he's not really under. So, see, I make mistakes. Unlink. So he's really connected a lot to Leon Panetta. And so we have him with the DOD, and we're going to put the CIA up here too. Because he was connected to both of those things for those years. And we do have that marked down here. So we know that Mr. Bash is connected to that. He's connected to those three. And we have up here, we know that he's connected to Leon Panetta, CIA and DOD. So I go back to, if I go down to Rand Beers. Not sure if I have him. So I type in Rand Beers. Yep, looks like I got him. Oh, well, there you go. Look at that. He is American who served as Deputy Homeland Security Advisor during Barack Obama. Oh, yeah, and as Acting Secretary of Homeland Security. That's why I have him there. Following the resignation of Napolitano and until Jay Johnson was there. So now we know that we put him in that something. And what's it called? National, well, it's called Advisors is how it started. And we might as well put them up here too, just so we know in case it doesn't bring up all connections the other way. Okay, and anything else I want to say him? Oh, sometimes what I add to is this, just so I know that it was underneath Obama. In fact, the other ones might also be Obama, right? So now we also know that Mr. Beers, remember we've got Bash. We have, who are some of those other names? Jake, right? Jake. Oops, something just popped up. Let me see. And who else was over there? Jamie Barnett. And who was that other guy? Wally. Wally. And I think we solve them, right? Put on Wally, we put on Barnett and Bash. Wally, Barnett, Bash, Jake Sullivan. Oh, we got to put Rhodes. How did I forget Mr. Rhodes? Mm-hmm. See, this is where it gets confusing because I remember to put Ben with Rand, but really, you should go with all those other people too. But there's a point where it just doesn't matter that much, and it's always, you know. It is worth it, I suppose, because then you sometimes when you see all the names together, but then you got to remember where you were. Okay, so let's go back to National Security Advisory Council. Do I have pretty much most of the people now? Council, Rand Beers. Let's make sure we still have him over here. Yep. Rand Beers. He, Department of Homeland Security. Oh, look at this down here. We know that he was a Marine officer. So that's becoming more. I'm going to go ahead and put him U.S. Marine Corps. Anything else that seems interesting? Yeah, there's quite a lot actually, but I wanted to show more how I get them down at least. To Dartmouth. Oh, there's a. Oh boy, yeah, this one's an important one too. Center for American Progress is a Podesta. No, I forgot how it said he was connected to them though. I'll find that later. You can see how it's just never ending. Okay, so let's just go back so you get kind of the main idea because there's so many people that are on this advisory council. To Berman. You just see, look at those eyes. Ugh. Howard Berman. They probably have something good on him. 20 years, 83 to 2013. He was a rep. Congress. Sun's coming out. I may stop now, I think, or did it stop? Yeah, because these can't go on too long. Let's see. So that's it for a bit.